Hi, welcome back to Tomorrow's America. My name's Richard Donahue, and I'm here with my co-host William Donahue, and welcome to episode 40. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've been showing. We've gained over 15 subscribers and 6,000 views in the last 48 hours, and then 15 subscribers in the last 7 days. So we appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content, and if you want real-world news. So, Will, do you want to get into our news blitz of the day?
Yeah. So the first article that I have for you guys is Manhattan District Attorney is investigating Eric Swalwell for sexual assault claims. This dude always came across as creepy to me, and I wouldn't doubt if this was true. I don't know why my computer just timed out there. But so that's the first article. The second thing that I got here is Pam Bondi. They're saying that she's looking for an excuse not to testify in the Epstein case. Um, Basically, she's saying that she doesn't have to testify because she doesn't work for the Department of Justice anymore. And I think that that's totally ridiculous. She just worked there, what, 2 weeks ago? So now she wants to uh, act like she shouldn't have to testify because she doesn't work there anymore. Completely ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
And what do you want? What do you think about that, Rich?
Think that's a little insane. I mean, she was just fired and I guess moved to a different role, but I think that's mainly just to save face. I think it's absolutely insane that now she's saying she doesn't have to testify in front of Congress. I think it's a complete mess. And with that case that you were talking about earlier, it's a very, very disgusting situation. It's happened on multiple occasions. There's multiple allegations of multiple different nights. So that's something that we need to take very seriously. In the United States, obviously, that is not allowed. Like certain countries around the world, like it is very frowned upon, and honestly, it should be life in prison. And then it's
Who?
awful. So this needs to be taken very seriously.
The Swalwell thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And she worked for him and she's seen him on multiple occasions. It seemed like Swalwell was drugging her on multiple occasions. She said that she was in and out of consciousness. She like vaguely remembers him sucking her toes and other things of that nature. Some sick stuff. And yeah, we definitely need to look into that because that's a very, very serious thing, a very serious case.
Oh, yeah. This should be popping up in a second too, and this is kind of the last article of the news blitz here. Um, I'm not seeing it up there yet, but essentially, scientists have been doing some research. Here it is, and they found um, toxins in the air. So, unusual airborne toxins detected in the U.S. for the first time. And then, if we scroll down here, I was reading. Let's see. They say it's very exciting as a scientist to find something unexpected that we weren't looking for, said Danielle Katz, CU Boulder chemistry PhD, student and lead author. Um, Basically, they say that they found uh, toxic metal, or okay, here, these chemicals are commonly used in industrial processes, including metalworking fluids and production of PVC and textiles. So essentially, they're saying that uh, this sludge that they're having, they're putting it across fields and using it for like farming, but it's getting stirred up and spread into the air. So
Yeah, and not even just that. Also, there's a lot of stuff coming out about chemtrails and them. I mean, they've done it in the 70s. They put I believe it was a toxin, I forget what specifically, over San Francisco. I believe the year was 1979, but I know it was in the 70s. So they've been known to do this. I don't know what's in there. They've been known to put stuff in the air. The UAE brags about seeding clouds, and they're a small Gulf nation. So if they can seed the clouds, I can only imagine we can do more than just seeding the clouds and controlling the weather. I'm sure that
Oh yeah.
we can do. I think they were using that technology in Vietnam. Like I think we've had this technology for a long time. That's my own personal belief, but it's all alleged, obviously. But they have the technology. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost certain of it, and it's
It's
just more
it's
stuff. Like, hmm?
it's okay. So, well, there's two things. I think if you're watching this, you might be a little confused. The first article was about like toxins, pollution in the air, and then I think what you're trying to say is that on top of not only toxins in the air, chemical runoff in the water, all that sort of stuff. At the same time, the government is spraying stuff in the sky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is what
Two completely different
so
things from the article and what
right.
I'm talking about.
So on the chemtrail thing that you were saying, I gotta say this. It's not an allegation. They are doing it. They just don't call it chemtrailing or what we think cloud seeding. These conspiracy theorist words that people use. They don't call it that. They call it stratospheric aerosol injection. And what they do is they spray heavy metals in the sky to essentially cloud seed, but they don't call it that, and they don't call it a chemtrail. They call it a contrail. But there's all kinds of receipts of airplanes, buying different metals to put into the gas to be sprayed into the sky. It's a fact that we use weather weapons against the Vietnamese. We were losing the war and we needed to move troops up into North Vietnam. So we created monsoons all over Vietnam. And it's a fact that Saudi Arabia had a drought a couple of years ago, and they cloud seeded to make it rain because they were having such a bad drought. So that is
And they
a
were bragging
fact.
about it too. Like it's
Yeah.
100% a fact. Yeah, super
Um,
interesting stuff. And then speaking of that region, the ceasefire is falling apart. You see Donald Trump at a UFC fight last night, Saturday, and at the same time, JD Vance is having a absolute stinker failure in Pakistan, trying to agree on some certain things about this ceasefire. Along with that, Israel just does not care about the ceasefire. The ceasefire gets signed, and then almost under an hour later, they have the biggest bombing against Lebanon in their history. They don't care
oh
about the
yeah.
ceasefire. There's nothing we can do about it because we won't stand up to that country. And we will continue to go down this path. And I assume the strait will stay closed and oil will keep climbing up to $5, $6. And I wouldn't be surprised if this war goes on until maybe September. I mean, we've tried to end this war. We agree to their 10-point plan. Then Trump wants to come out and say that he actually didn't agree to any of it and it was just a framework. And then Israel breaks the ceasefire under an hour into it. And this won't work. If we want to have a ceasefire, we need to leave Israel out of it, which won't happen because we waged war against Iran preemptively for Israel. So when we want to get a ceasefire, it's going to include us and Israel. But we would have to literally get uninvolved with Israel and get a ceasefire specifically with Iran to end this
Yep.
conflict. And that's not even saying that the strait will be open because they'll probably keep it closed until they're done with this whole situation with Israel.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about here. This is not released yet, but it's going to be available 1:30 tomorrow, Monday the 13th. And I just wanted to play a little sneak preview of this road rant. It's our new segment that we're doing, and you guys should check them out. So here it goes.
They've been doing really good. We're 3 episodes deep, and the three that we've posted have been very successful, and they have gotten us a lot of subscribers, like we mentioned earlier, lots of views, lots of comments, and again, we really appreciate all of the support or the negativity. Either way, we support it, and we appreciate the feedback, the comments, everything. So if you hate us, you love us. We love to see your comments. Thank you for all of the comments.
Yep. All right, check this out.
What's up, guys? Having a good day so far. I hope everyone else is too. So, for today's road rant, my thought is, are we seeing the blackmail of Donald Trump publicly displayed in front of everybody? And my reason for saying this is
Rich, are we getting sound here?
No, I don't know what happened. It sounded like something just clicked.
Hold on, I got a phone call, but it shouldn't have affected the YouTube.
Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying in this. I do think we're witnessing blackmail about the Epstein files specifically.
Right. Here, let me try this. So, yeah, essentially, let's see if we could get it back on there. But essentially what I'm saying is that we've seen the Epstein files come out, the war in Iran starts, everyone forgets about it. Then we start negotiating a ceasefire, then all of a sudden this article's printed, which is just a rerun story. It's already been debunked. But this new article comes out about a Melania email, which, Melania was a model. Epstein was involved in modeling. She sent a nice email to Ghislaine. She said, "Hey, Ghislaine, I think you're beautiful. I hope I see you guys again." You know what I mean? But it's not. She didn't say, "Hope I see you guys again. Send me some beef jerky." That's what we should be worried about, not a model trying to talk to a modeling agency.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
anyway, so that comes out, and then Israel bombs Lebanon, knowing that they're breaking the ceasefire. They force Trump to betray and stab Iran in the back again during the ceasefire talks. And it's just, I don't know.
No, it's a complete mess. And I think it's very ironic and very convenient that every single time we try to get peace with Iran or something along the lines of that, the Epstein files is a big blow up. A big blow up happens. And then you look more into it, just using critical thinking skills and common sense, who would have the most to gain from releasing the Epstein files? Or if you have something over your head, it's blackmail. What is being blackmailed? Every time we have this big blow up, it's because of a war with Iran. The only other country involved is Israel. So, just using, critical thinking skills, I think it's very plausible that Israel is using the Epstein files to blackmail Donald Trump about something that he's done in the past. And I think that it's very well, not really ironic, but I think it's very telling that Melania wants to come out and say, "No, I'm not in this at all. I'm calling for the release of Epstein files. I'm calling for everyone to serve in front of Congress." I think it's very important to look at that because now she's looking and seeing that they're attacking her and she has nothing to do with it. Her calling and having a call to action to Congress proves to me, at least, that she's innocent. Yet Donald Trump, her husband, is trying to hide it. And he's the one getting blackmailed. Very interesting. Stuff to look into.
Let's see if we got sound on this.
The war in Iran started. The Epstein files came out. And the Epstein files came out. Everyone was talking about Trump being on the Epstein files. So go to war with Iran. and the whole thing disappears. Now, all of a sudden, Trump starts, negotiating a ceasefire, and we get an email slander.
Yeah, we lost again.
Wow. Huh. That's weird. So,
yeah,
here, let's get us back up there. Okay, guys. Well, it'll be on there when tomorrow at 1:30. For some reason, my computer's not working, but we'll
maybe
get that.
it's just telling us that you guys should watch it tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe with post notifications so you don't miss any uploads or live streams, because you can come in here and chat with us while we do the podcast. We'll put you up on screen. But yeah, the Road Rants are a very successful series as of late. We've had 3 episodes combining over 1,000 views. The one has over 115 comments, and a lot of people are very angry. A lot of people were actually very supportive, and even we've seen far left, left-leaning independents, right-wing, far right, less right-wing, but like still far-right people. We can all come together and have conversations and dialogue, which is very important, using our First Amendment right. And we don't have to get violent, and we don't have to yell, because when people have facts and people are educated, it doesn't matter where on the political spectrum you actually sit. Educated people don't need to attack you, and they don't need to say, oh, you're living in la la land or fantasy land, and then they give a bunch of stuff that is just a bunch of rhetoric. So when you look into it and you can actually have a conversation with someone on a deeper level, and you don't go in just with pride, you go in and say, my opinion can change. I think that's very important, and we've seen a lot of that from the Road Rant series. I just want to say thank you guys. I really appreciate the communication. And it doesn't matter where you lean. We're all Americans. We're all on the same team. I just wanted to get that message out there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Road Rants have been great. And like Rich said, it's helped out our channel, and we hope that you guys enjoy them and watch them. And it's just a raw look. Everyone's driving and they have like a little internal monologue. Well, we want to record some of that for you guys and give you the opportunity to get a better look at who we are without the suits.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to pull up this other article here about, okay, so we were talking about Trump and blackmail and the ceasefire and all that stuff. Well, so the official story is that, they didn't come to an agreement. Israel wanted to keep bombing Lebanon. Iran wanted that to be part of the deal, that there was no going to be a complete ceasefire, not a partial ceasefire, not Israel gets to keep bombing Lebanon. Oh, wow. But that there would be a ceasefire. So, okay, I can't get a translation here on this. Wow. Okay. This was the president of Iran talking about the ceasefire. And if anyone is speaks Arabic in the audience, you could read that. But what it says essentially is that the U.S. was unable to gain the trust of the Iranian people.
Lost audio.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know. I just muted and unmuted. We're having technical issues. I'm not really sure what's going on and why, but
Can you hear me?
No, I still can't hear.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why we're having technical issues, but we can continue. They've had a lot of propaganda getting pushed out too. You see a lot of stuff like the Lego skits. I think they're hilarious. Iran's pushing out. This war is ridiculous. This war is the United States getting involved in another Middle Eastern conflict is exactly the opposite of America First. I think it's so funny that I have this. Like, it's okay. Trump, it says America First, right? Trump, America First. What is putting America first? Is putting America first attacking quote unquote terrorists preemptively? We're attacking them preemptively. There and to be fair, and this is an argument that I made in the comments, is are we the terrorists? We're the ones who attacked them. They have to build militarily because they've been preparing for this war for what, 30 years. They have to prepare. They've seen what we did in Iraq. They've seen what we did in Syria. They've seen what we did in Sudan. They've seen how many times we've done regime change. They have to build militarily. Are they the terrorists or are we the terrorists? Obviously, there's a mix of the or a mix of both. It's just not one side or the other. They fund Hamas. They fund the Houthis in Yemen. They fund a bunch of terrorist groups, but there's a lot of other people that fund terrorist groups. And when you look at just to get this out there, who ISIS has attacked in the Middle East. ISIS has attacked every country but one, and I wonder what country is that? What country do you think that is? I can give you a hint. They border the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, but that's the one country ISIS has not attacked. So would you say that if they've attacked all of the Arab countries, but not the one country that we're not talking about, we're not mentioning it, if they haven't attacked one country, you would think that ISIS is funded by that one country. Same with the Houthis, same with all of these groups like Hamas. These are terrorist organizations like ISIS. So it's on both sides of the spectrum. We need to remember that they're not terrorists just because they're Muslims. They're not terrorists just because they live in Tehran. Terrorists are when people commit acts of terrorism. You can't just label a group of people as terrorists because they look like the people that allegedly did 9/11. You can't just label a whole 2 billion group of people as terrorists when everyone's an individualized person. Like is the 80-year-old grandma living in Tehran a terrorist? I don't think so. I don't think she is. She could be, but I don't think she is. Or are we terrorists? You know what I mean? Americans who came in and we bombed them 15,000 ballistic missile strikes. Are we the terrorists? It's just up to debate, but I seen a comment that said we're killing terrorists. That's awesome. I don't think killing anyone's awesome. Obviously, war is going to happen, but to say that we're killing terrorists and it's awesome and that's why we should spend $300 billion for no reason, just in war for no reason at all, that benefits us zero and actually hurts us because they close the strait, I think it's a little insane. Do we have you back? No, I still can't hear you. Maybe try to use your laptop. Your laptop might just have to be for the last couple minutes of the show. You're muted though. You just got to unmute. Yeah, but yeah, we are. Obviously my laptop's also down. I'm off the phone right now. We're working on it. We need to get a lot better technology. That's just what we're doing. That's just how the cookie crumbles. We're 40 episodes deep and stuff still happens like this. So I can hear you now. Yeah, stuff still happens. That's just something that is going to happen. It's going to happen like this. And you get punched, you keep the punches rolling, and you just keep going from there. And this is exactly what I think Americans should do. This is a very funny, I guess, analogy. But as things keep getting messed up in the show, we continue the show and try to make it better and better. Kind of the same thing that is the American dream. You might get punched, you might get fired, you might get attacked by someone online, but you just take it and you keep going, and then you get a better job, and then you get married and have kids and have this successful life, and you become the boss, and then you fire your old boss. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. So yeah, that's just a little fun analogy. Just trying to buy up some time. Yeah, we're really struggling, but I think the Epstein files is going to be a huge conversation in the upcoming weeks, months, years, most likely. I mean, this is the biggest story of our lifetimes, and no one is even talking about it anymore because of a war. I think it's super ironic that Israel has this power of blackmail, allegedly, and I don't think it's really alleged, but I'm still going to say it just for you guys to understand what's going on. I think it's crazy that they have the power to make us wage war. They've always asked the presidents to wage war, and Trump's the only one who has. The Epstein files, big deal. The Epstein files, just having any information about it is crazy, and I just think that the fact that we didn't overthrow our government there and then is just a fact of convenience. And if it's not directly affecting people's lives anymore, we're a bunch of drones, we're a bunch of robots. The phones have completely shifted everyone's ideas about how life is. The French Revolution was a massive thing. Like if you look, they literally had a revolution because obviously the 1% had more than the 99%, but also all Marie Antoinette had to say was let them eat cake, and they all crashed out and they killed hundreds of thousands of people in guillotines. And then you look at the modern day, we see the biggest child trafficking ring that we know about ever, and we don't even care. And they're literally eating kids, and we don't care. They're essaying kids, and they're the people that are running our government, and we just don't care. So it's something that is very concerning, and it's something that, like, if we don't act on this, then I feel like they can just do whatever they want, and yeah, not good. But are you back, Will?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. This is a
Wow.
yeah, rough. Yeah, this is a rough episode just for tech wise. My computer went down too. Shoot.
Huh. Well, here, keep going. Wow, the article went down now
Well,
too.
episode 40, guys. It's been a very good episode. Just tech problems, that's what happens. Yeah. So, I mean, that's all I have to talk about. It's been a very difficult episode. I'm just going to talk from as someone who really cares about the channel, someone who's, been really grinding. Me and Will have been absolutely putting a lot of work into this, and it's awesome that we've gotten the opportunity that we have. 75 subscribers, absolutely spectacular. Can't ask more than that. I wanted 100 subs by the 4th of July. We've gained 15 in the matter of a week. So I think it's just awesome. I think it's awesome that you guys have supported us like this. 16,000 views in 28 days. 10,000 of those are in the last week. We've had a ton of help. We've had a ton of support, and I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys continue to support us on this movement, Americans Under God. We are America first, and we believe Christ is King. And if you are following that, you think Christ is King, and then you think that we need to put America first, quite frankly, I don't really care how left or right you are. Those are the two big things for our movement. And if you just like to hear a different perspective, you're a leftist. We do lean to the right, but we are very. I think we're very good with just connecting with other people because we do really care about the people and the citizens of America. It doesn't matter if you're a left or a right. We believe that we can all unite and work together on a common goal of making America better. So on that, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support. The road rants have been absolutely spectacular, and the support that you've shown us has been amazing. Just continue to spread the word of God if you can, as much as possible. A message from Church Day was just say it with your chest. Really, make sure to preach the word and just do not be scared to say it. No one can take away your rights, your right to freedom of speech. And it's just something that, especially in times like this, when people are talking about pizza and beef jerky and grape soda, specifically in the files, it's just awful. So, depending on whenever the time that the end times is, it could be now or in 1,000 years. Honestly, we will never know because He's going to come like a thief in the night, but I just want to say Christ is king, and I gave my life to Christ, obviously. I'm born and raised Catholic, and then just really dialed in with it. So I hope that you guys can follow, and I as I learn more and I spread more of the word of God, you guys do the same. It's just a spectacular thing. The love of God. He's an amazing person. When you read Jesus, is the Gospels and Jesus, and when he talks, it's just great. So I suggest going and just, even if it's just a prayer, it doesn't matter how you start. It's just the effort. He sees where your heart is. So on that note, Christ is King. Just I feel good to end the show off of that. We've had a lot of adversity this episode, but episode 40, I just want to say how thankful I am. I know Will would say the same. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you agree or disagree with anything, let us know in the comments. I will always reply to your comment, no matter how positive or angry you are at us. We will always reply with a thanks for the comment. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. The likes really help us out, and the subscriptions are just amazing. I love seeing that number climb. It's been spectacular. Hopefully, we're on the road to 100, and we'll have an in-person episode together celebrating 100 subscribers. So yeah, that's it. Christ is King, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out 1:30 tomorrow, Road Rant episode 4. You guys, a little sneak preview of it today. And then Wednesday, Road Rant episode 5. So be prepared every other day. All right, that's going to be it. As I showed you guys right here, Christ is King. And have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.